Truth the stranger document.
All right, guys, I'm replacing the belts on this QQS Pro here. And our crappy audio and video, but we're just gonna go with it. Anyway, this guy's belt's stretched, so I'm gonna replace him. Gone ahead and taken the base off, and gone on the tops, and removed the tensioning knobs that hold the pulley in place up top. Now I'm going to take these covers off. All stripped out. Unplug this limit switch, throw it up there for now. So you on the top here, you have 2 screws, and you take those 2 out and it'll drop the motor down below. To get your motor dropped, you can slide this cover out and get access to the belt. That way it'll come out. Pull it through the other end. Now what you have is your belt, and we're going to undo this bracket, which of course uses Phillips for some odd reason. I never understand these manufacturers. They use 6 different hex size screws, and then after all that they throw in Phillips screws. You know what? Once you get all these off, this thing's kind of designed like a wedge, and you got to pry it out. It's a real pain in the balls. Not 100%, but I'm fairly certain. I also need to take these 2 screws off the top. Yes, forgive me. One day I'll get some quality audio and recording equipment for all this, but either I can worry about that, or I can just go ahead and record these while I'm doing repair jobs. So you can guess which one I decided to do. Anyway, cover's off. We've got access to the belt here. Next step is just to bust this sucker out. And there we go. I would recommend checking your pulleys while you have them out, making sure they free spin okay, which these bearings are total crap. I think you could find better ones on the gutter, but for now we're just going to reuse them. And we're just going to match them the same length. Not all of his belts have stretched completely. One of them stretched for sure. The other 2 are assumed. So I'm just going to cut them all based on this one. 3. Now, if you're taking the time out to do one belt, just do them all. As far as this guy goes, as far as I can tell, his answer was that he got a really bad failure, and somehow his effector, or the head of it, dropped below the bed and then just kept slamming into the bed. And so eventually, I'm guessing the belt stretched as it gave way. So, all right. So here we go. First things first, let's loop it through the belt. What I'm going to do is reattach the pulley just to hold it. If you've had this printer since new and you're doing this job, of course, you can make assumptions. But if you haven't had it since new, I would definitely not assume anything. Customers don't always tell you everything, as I found. A lot of times they'll leave important information out, and don't ask the right questions, they're definitely not going to tell you answers. And then you're going to have a whole nother problem down the road. Because you're going to try to troubleshoot a problem that you're not properly diagnosing, if that makes sense. All right, so we got those fed in there, and I'll block them in a minute. But for now, I just want to put this motor back in. That way I can make sure I have the right tension. So, loop it over there. Get that cover. Snap back on. I'll tell you what, I liked it better on the older models where they actually screwed them on. Seemed like a lot better quality. This is just kind of janky, to say the least. All right, there we go. It just needed a little push. All right, so let's feed that back through. And like I said, I'm going to mount this motor. That way I can go ahead and tension this thing. And know that I'm good. Because you will have to put it back into those blocks. So, wouldn't say it's the easiest system. Built as a kind of a mixed bag. I sure like them when they work. But boy, when they break, they're more of a pain in the ass than a Cartesian for sure. Especially this guy, he's got some kind of grease all over here. I know I've got it in my hair already from just touching it. He coated it with grease. Yeah, if you're watching Craft Daddy, I'm talking about you, buddy. I don't know what kind of grease you put on this, but it's everywhere. But anyways, I digress. But that's the other thing that sucks. When you get old, man, your hands are not as nimble as they used to be. Probably should have just taken these rods out. And it's a whole nother problem in and of itself, trying to get everything aligned to screw stuff in. So really what I need is just an extra set of hands. All right. So that one's in. Okay. Golden. So I don't want to take that down all the way, but I need to go enough that we can get this good and tight. Belts in. And then we need to put the wedge in. You see it's got teeth on it. And next thing is just lastly, make sure that the belts are actually on the gears. Otherwise, you're going to be way off. Good. All right, I'm just going to swish that belt down in there a little bit better. Pull this off so you guys can see. I'll do the best close-up I can here, which isn't much. There we go. All right, so you can see how the belts are both in there now. We'll put the covers back on. Of our 3D printing?
Yeah, I've got a question. Can you engrave like somebody's name on a coin?
I sure can. What kind of coin?
It's like a challenge coin.
Yeah,
Yep. Where are you located at?
inside the Santa Rosa Mall.
Inside the Santa Rosa Mall? Absolutely cool. All right. Okay, I'll be there shortly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's pop this sucker back in. I promise to get you guys some better quality videos here soon. Right now, as I do repair jobs, I'm trying to just kind of document them a little bit at least. Better than nothing. If you guys put comments in there of what you'd like to actually see, I can fix that for you. There we go. We got that one in. Tighten the cover plate. Now the top plate. I don't know, it's kind of a retaining plate, I guess. It's a pain with these rods here, but man, it'd be more of a pain without them because at least it's keeping this thing straight for me. I gotta wipe this shit off. I don't know what the hell is all over these. Silver paste of some sort. I don't know what this guy's used, but it's messy. What you guys should be using is white lithium grease. All right, that's tight. Wipe this shit off everywhere here. Okay. All right. Okay, we got one belt down. You don't want it to be super tight. The banjo, I mean, that's a little bit too much, but you know, just want to have tension enough so it doesn't slip. And on a Delta, that happens quite frequently as it's moving around. The way you can generally tell that is if it works really well leveling, and then next time you try to print something or next time you level it, it's way off. That's your indication. And I'm leaving cover plates off because I'm doing too many things at once. I don't want to go back and find out I just tell you what, I just need a bigger desk. I think I just don't have enough room on here because I'll make a mess. Of course, I got grease everywhere. All right, number 2. Yeah, come on in. You can come in. You can come in. Can I help you out?
Yeah, I need to get somebody's name and engraving something like this. What's up, little girl?